Native culture is in North America, in the Western Hemisphere, I'd say, is inherently and inseparably connected to the health of the land.
The land was everything. The land was your teacher, your feeder, the land was everything. And they knew everything about the land.
There's a common refrain amongst Native people, which is, "We are the land."
What it looked like here prior to colonization, the landscape was a well-tended garden.
And a beautiful, rich grassland that was good for the wildlife.
The Thule elk grazed the meadows, so the meadows were kind of like well-manicured lawns. The creeks that are only running seasonal would have been year-round. Tons of wildlife. It looked like an English estate.
Alongside the native plants and animals in California lived roughly 300,000 native people who practice a harmonious and mutualistic way of living with the land.
It wasn't just a passive situation of hunting and gathering, that there was quite a bit of work going into keeping the land productive and conducive to a healthy life.
So they had all these rituals and patterns that were relationships to the plants, relationships to the food source, the basket making source, and to be intimately knowledgeable about what it looks like when it's in seed, what it looks like when it's a new shoot, what it looks like when it's mature. Their ethos was, if you don't know what it's doing, leave it alone.
The colonization of California, starting in the 1800s, resulted in a genocide of the native population, as well as a disconnect of the people from the land.
The new people coming, the colonization, and the rules they put had a tremendous effect on the land. I mean, we know, of course, on the people.
It was a transition, and they didn't see the native way of life as advanced. Suddenly, the Spanish king comes in with a piece of paper and says, "I own all of this." And then they're told they can't hunt or fish on their land. I mean, when California became a state, that was the first bond issue passed, was to buy bullets to kill Indians. Even after colonization and all the trauma and disruption to the Native American tribes, they still have this philosophy that it's all interconnected.
Hair and Shadow is a native land project which incorporates a farm, as well as cultural work, seed saving, a myriad of other things. Hair and Shadow's mission is to support native cultural conservancy, kind of preserving native culture, as well as feeding people and having a platform for our communities to do cool things. I think the work that we do is important for the land because we're actually helping to bring back native plants, native animals, and rehabilitate the land base.
Also creating a place, like a safe space for natives.
Native land practices in California have existed for an oddly 15,000 years at best guess. And so there are so much practice of how to actually work with this land in a balanced and productive way. And most of that's lost or very disconnected from current reality.
So the overall mission here is to really just steward the land and bring it back to like its original kind of purpose, if you will.
Hair and Shadow came to be, its last owner was interested in granting the land to a native group, and she worked to find a native group that would accept the land.
We're located in Sebastopol, California, kind of tucked between Forestville and Sebastopol.
A lot of what we do is experimentation. Right? I mean, we're remaking Thule canoes from Thule that we're starting to grow, right? So we're recreating an ancient style of industrial growth. We grow rare varietal seeds, basically corn that hasn't been actually grown for 100 years. We do have a connection with a restaurant called Wapapa's Kitchen down in Oakland. So we actually grow squash for them. Then they save seed from the squash that they sell, and they bring the seed back at the beginning of spring, and so then we can grow from that seed. I mean, Hair and Shadow is important for the people who work here and live here, probably because, I mean, for me, it's very much about being able to actually perform cultural practices.
It's important because it's an example of what can be done to take care of land in a better way. Growing out native plants and kind of restoring habitat and things like that, and then seeing year after year how it actually affects the ecosystems and the animals that live around it in a positive way, and how that affects the people that live around those animals and ecosystems is like very clear. And having those examples, you know, we're just like one place that's doing that, but having those sort of examples and like proof and like evidence of what the positive impact that comes from those things, I think is kind of essential just to kind of spread that knowledge to people.
Though people today only have a fraction of the connection to the land that humans once had, places such as Heron's Shadow are working to rebuild our relationship with the native plants, animals, and ecosystems that have supported us for centuries.